Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're not just talking about habits. We're talking about something much deeper, a daily reset for your mind. Because let's be honest, your mind is not clean right now. And it's not your fault. Every day, the world throws things at you without asking your permission. News headlines that make you anxious. Social media posts that make you compare yourself. Negative comments from others. Regrets from the past. Worries about a future that hasn't even happened yet. Slowly, all of this builds up like dust in a room, and you carry it without noticing. Think about it. You clean your body every day. You brush your teeth. You wash your clothes. You take care of your outside. But what about your mind? The one thing that controls your focus, your energy, your decisions, and your dreams. Most people never clean it. And that's why they feel tired, stressed, and distracted even when nothing is wrong. That's exactly why this video is so important. Because today, I'm going to share with you 14 powerful daily habits that will clean your mind, reduce stress, and bring back your focus and peace. And here's the best part. While you practice these habits, you'll also improve your English listening, learn new words, and start thinking in English. So you're not just cleaning your mind, you're upgrading it. Let's begin. Habit 1. Start your morning with silence. The first moments of your day are more powerful than you think. Yet most people begin their morning the wrong way. They wake up and immediately reach for their phone. Within seconds, they are reading messages, scrolling social media, or checking the news. Their brain is flooded with noise before they have even taken a deep breath. This is how chaos begins. Before the day has truly started, your mind is already busy reacting to other people's thoughts, opinions, and problems. You didn't choose this, yet it controls the first few minutes of your life. Imagine your brain when you wake up as a calm, clear lake. The water is still, the surface is peaceful. But the moment you check your phone, it is like throwing stones into the lake. The water becomes cloudy. You cannot see clearly. Your thoughts are muddled. That is why many people feel overwhelmed before their day even begins. They carry the noise with them, and it affects every decision, every action, and every mood. The solution is simple but powerful. Start your morning with silence. Give yourself 5 to 10 minutes of quiet, undisturbed time. Before you speak, before you move, before you open any apps or messages, sit in a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Take slow, deep breaths. Let your thoughts drift in and out like clouds in the sky. Do not judge them. Do not fight them. Just let them pass. At first, your mind may resist. It will remind you of your to-do list, your responsibilities, and the noise outside. But if you continue to hold this quiet space, something amazing happens. You begin to hear your own mind, your own voice, not the constant chatter of the world. You start the day in control of your thoughts and emotions rather than letting them control you. Many successful people swear by this practice. There was a CEO of a billion-dollar company who said, "If I start my day in chaos, I make chaotic decisions. If I start my day in silence, I make clear decisions." His morning routine was simple. No phone, no news, no talking. Just him, a warm cup of tea, and 10 minutes watching the sun rise in complete silence. He believed that those 10 minutes were more valuable than any business meeting because they set the tone for the entire day. Science also supports this habit. Starting the day with silence lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, and improves focus. It strengthens emotional stability and helps your mind feel clear and alert. Think of it as giving your brain a shower before the dirt of the day begins to fall on it. By choosing silence, you are protecting your mind from the first waves of stress, comparison, and distraction that arrive with phones and notifications. Here is your challenge. For the next 7 days, when your alarm rings, do not reach for your phone. Sit up, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let the morning come to you. Allow yourself to simply be present. Notice the quiet. Notice your own thoughts. You may feel restless at first, but this is normal. With each passing day, those 5 to 10 minutes will feel like a gift to yourself. You will notice your mind is calmer, your focus is sharper, and your emotions feel lighter. You will start to respond to the day instead of reacting to the noise. Even beginners can do this. You do not need to meditate perfectly or empty your mind completely. The goal is simply to create a calm space for yourself. Think of it as clearing a small desk before you start work. Each morning, the quiet becomes a habit, a reset button, a foundation for the day. Your mind will thank you. Your productivity will improve. Your stress will decrease. And because you are practicing this in English, you are also training your brain to think and process in the language you are learning. Remember, the key is consistency. Just 5 to 10 minutes each morning will make a huge difference. Do not skip it. Protect this time as you would protect any important appointment. This is your daily mental cleaning. This is your first step toward a lighter, calmer, and sharper mind. Start tomorrow morning. Sit in silence. Watch the sunrise. Breathe. Let your day begin on your terms. Habit 2. Write down what's on your mind. Your mind is like a container. Every day you put something into it. Worries about the future, memories from the past, tasks you need to complete, ideas you want to remember. At first, it feels light. You can still think clearly. You can still focus. But over time, that container fills up. And when it is full, even a small new thought can spill over, creating stress, anxiety, or restlessness. This is why sometimes you feel overwhelmed for no reason at all. It's not that nothing is wrong, it's that your mind is carrying too much invisible weight. The solution is simple. Empty your mental container every day. Take a notebook or a piece of paper, sit somewhere quiet, and write down everything that is on your mind. Do not worry about grammar, spelling, or sentence structure. Do not try to organize your thoughts perfectly. Just write. Write your tasks, your worries, your frustrations, your ideas, your fears, everything. The moment you put it on paper, it changes. That invisible weight inside your head becomes something visible. You can see it, handle it, and decide what to do with it. Think of it like cleaning a messy room. When everything is thrown around, it is hard to know where to start. But when you take everything out and lay it on the floor, you can decide what to keep, what to fix, and what to throw away. Writing works the same way for your mind. Once you see everything outside your head, you can approach it with clarity instead of carrying it blindly. Let me give you a real example. There was a man named Alex. He was always busy but never felt like he was moving forward. His mind was full of reminders. Call the bank, reply to emails, fix the tap, buy a gift for his mom. At night, he could not sleep because his brain kept replaying all these thoughts. One day, someone told him, "Your brain is not a to-do list. Stop using it like one." That night, Alex took a pen and wrote for 15 minutes straight. Every single thought, every worry, every task went on to the page. At first, it felt strange, but something amazing happened. His shoulders relaxed, his chest felt lighter. For the first time in months, he fell asleep without fighting his own thoughts. Within a week of doing this daily, Alex noticed something even more surprising. He started getting more things done. Why? Because now the important things were clear, and the unimportant ones had been removed from his mind. Writing gives your brain space. It stops you from carrying the same heavy bags day after day. It is a simple habit, but its effects are powerful. Even just 5 minutes can make the difference between feeling trapped and feeling free. This habit also has an added benefit for English learners. When you write your thoughts in English, you are practicing the language in a meaningful way. You are training your brain to think, form sentences, and express ideas naturally. Every word you write strengthens your mind and your language at the same time. Here is your challenge. Every evening, or whenever your mind feels full, take a notebook and write. Start with 5 minutes if you are new to this. Do not worry about structure. Just let your thoughts flow. You may feel some resistance at first. Your mind might insist that it remembers everything perfectly without writing. That is normal. Keep going. You are creating a habit that clears your mental space, reduces stress, and improves your focus. Over time, you will notice the difference. You will feel lighter. Your sleep will improve. Your brain will work more clearly. Your ideas will become sharper, and your decisions more confident. Writing down your thoughts is a mental cleaning tool. It is simple, free, and effective. You do not need special equipment. You do not need a teacher. You just need a notebook, a pen, and a few minutes of quiet attention. Remember, a clear mind is a productive mind. A mind trained to unload daily becomes calm, organized, and ready for action. Start tonight. Write down your thoughts. Free your mind. Feel the relief. And as you do, notice how your focus grows and your stress decreases. It is a small daily habit with enormous power. Habit 3. Practice gratitude. Our brains are wired to notice danger before beauty. This helped humans survive thousands of years ago, but today, it can make our minds focus too much on what is wrong. We see problems, mistakes, or things we do not have. We miss the small, beautiful moments around us. Over time, this creates mental clutter, stress, and a feeling of emptiness. The solution is simple. Practice gratitude daily. Gratitude does not mean pretending life is perfect or ignoring problems. It means training your mind to notice the good, even when there is bad around it. Start small. Notice the little things that bring light to your day. A warm cup of tea, the sun on your face, a stranger holding the door for you, or hearing your favorite song unexpectedly. These small moments are enough to change your focus and clear your mental space. Let me share a story. Sophia had just gone through a painful breakup. She lost her apartment and had to move in with her sister. She felt hopeless and said, "I cannot think of one thing I am grateful for. My life is a mess." I told her, "You do not have to start big. Just begin with the smallest thing you notice." On the first day, she wrote, "I have a roof over my head." On the second day, my sister made me tea. On the third day, the sun came out today. At first, it felt almost silly to her, but she kept going. Slowly, her list grew. With each small gratitude, her mind became lighter, calmer, and more peaceful. After a month, she said, "My problems are still here, but they do not own me anymore." Gratitude is powerful because it shifts your attention. When your mind searches for what is right instead of what is wrong, it feels lighter. Mental storms calm down. You stop being trapped in worries and regrets. Even during hard times, gratitude brings hope. It reminds you that there is always something to hold on to, something to appreciate, something to keep your mind from drowning in negativity. Another example comes from a soldier who experienced extreme hardship. In the most difficult moments, he said gratitude was the only thing that kept him mentally alive. Every night, he would find one thing to be thankful for: a warm meal, a letter from home, surviving another day. Even in danger, even in chaos, he trained his mind to notice something positive. He told me, "If you can find something to be grateful for in the middle of chaos, your mind can never be fully broken." Practicing gratitude is also a tool for mental clarity. It removes the dust of constant negativity and allows your mind to see clearly. The more you notice the good, the easier it is to make decisions, focus on important tasks, and feel emotionally stable. Gratitude teaches your brain that there is always light, even in darkness. Here is your challenge. Every morning or evening, take a notebook or a small journal and write 3 things you are grateful for. They can be tiny, simple things. The key is consistency. If writing feels difficult, you can also say your gratitudes out loud. Feel them fully. Let your mind absorb the positive moments. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to notice what is right instead of focusing on what is wrong. For English learners, this is also a great habit. Writing or speaking in simple English helps you practice sentences naturally. You describe real experiences and feelings, which strengthens your language and your mind at the same time. One small daily exercise improves both clarity and fluency. Remember, gratitude is not magic, but it is powerful. It does not remove problems, but it changes how you experience life. A mind trained in gratitude becomes calmer, clearer, and stronger. Hope replaces despair, and peace replaces constant worry. Begin today. Notice the small gifts around you. Write them down. Say them aloud. Feel the change. With daily practice, your mind will become lighter, brighter, and ready for every new day. Habit 4. Declutter your physical space. Your mind mirrors what it sees around you. A cluttered desk, a messy room, or a disorganized bag can create invisible stress. Every object whispers something: fold me, fix me, file me, use me. Even if you do not consciously notice it, these unfinished tasks and scattered items become mental noise. That heavy, restless feeling you sometimes have before starting work or study. Often, it comes from the chaos around you. Decluttering your physical space is more than just tidying for appearance. It is mental housekeeping. When your environment is clear, your mind can focus. You feel calm, organized, and ready for action. Small, consistent efforts are enough to make a big difference. You do not need to clean your entire house in one day. Start with the spaces where you spend the most time, like your desk, bedside table, or work bag. Begin by standing in front of the area and asking a simple question for each item. Does this help my life right now? If the answer is yes, keep it. If the answer is no, let it go respectfully. For items you are unsure about, Create a staging box for later review. You do not need to decide everything today. The goal is to create mental and physical space now, so your brain can focus without invisible distractions. Use the one-touch rule for everything you pick up. If you pick up a cup, put it in the sink. If you handle a paper, file it or recycle it. If you take a cable in your hand, put it in the drawer. One touch, one decision. This simple rule reduces mental friction and tells your brain that everything has a place. Your space becomes easier to navigate, and your mind becomes quieter. Let me give you an example. Ria, a student, always felt foggy and distracted. Her desk was crowded with cups, old notes, random chargers, and books stacked in every direction. She cleaned for just 20 minutes. She threw out trash, stacked her books neatly, and left only her laptop, one pen, and one notebook on the table. When she sat down afterward, she felt immediate relief. Her mind felt wider, her focus sharper, and she could work without the constant sense of overwhelm. Ria realized that her brain had been fighting her messy room. Once the space was organized, her mind could finally rest and concentrate. Decluttering also helps you design your environment for success. Keep items you use daily within easy reach. Move distractions out of sight. Place a water bottle where you will see it. Keep walking shoes by the door. Keep a notebook by your bed. These small adjustments quietly guide your actions without extra effort. When your environment supports your goals, your mind follows. Another important technique is creating a short daily reset ritual. Spend 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night straightening surfaces, returning items to their place, or clearing clutter. These small rituals maintain order and prevent chaos from accumulating. You do not need perfection. The goal is to create a consistent sense of calm and control. Decluttering is also an excellent tool for English learners. A clean space invites clear thinking, which makes it easier to write, read, or study English. When your environment is simple, your mind can focus on language practice without distraction. Clear space, clear page, clear mind. Remember, the benefits of decluttering go beyond aesthetics. They include mental clarity, reduced stress, sharper focus, and increased productivity. Small daily actions create long-term impact. Start with one corner, one desk, or one drawer. Apply the one-touch rule. Repeat daily. Over time, the mental and physical benefits will multiply. Take action today. Stand in front of one small area and ask yourself, does this help my life? Keep what matters. Let go of what does not. Arrange your space with intention. Every item in order is one less distraction in your mind. As your space clears, you will notice your thoughts becoming lighter, your decisions sharper, and your day starting with calm and focus. Habit 5. Limit news and social media intake. Every day, your attention is under attack. News headlines, social media posts, notifications, they all compete for your focus. Most feeds are designed to hijack your attention, keeping you scrolling, comparing, or reacting emotionally. The problem is that information is never neutral. Every story, every post, every update changes your state of mind. Too much input becomes mental pollution. You start your day carrying opinions, worries, and arguments that do not even belong to you. Your brain becomes crowded, your focus weakens, anxiety rises. The solution is simple but powerful. Create boundaries for your attention. Treat your mind like a garden. A plant can only grow if it receives clean water and sunlight. If you pour dirty water every day, it slowly dies from the inside. Your mind works the same way. Limit the negative input and allow positive, nourishing information to flow in instead. Start by creating time windows for checking news or social media. Choose a specific short period during the day, after breakfast or before dinner, for example, and only allow yourself to scroll during that time. Outside of that window, close the door, turn off notifications, use Do Not Disturb mode. Place your phone face down or in another room. By doing this, you prevent constant interruptions and reclaim your mental space. Next, clean up your feeds, unfollow accounts that drain you, mute posts that provoke anxiety or anger. Follow creators, teachers, or voices that inspire, educate, and uplift. Replace endless scrolling with intentional, meaningful consumption. One good page of a book, one short podcast, or one paragraph of writing can be more valuable than hours of reactive news. Remember, clarity often comes not from adding more, but from subtracting the unnecessary. Let me give you a mental image. Imagine your mind as a garden. Every piece of information you consume is water. Positive, uplifting, and educational content is clean water that helps your garden flourish. Toxic gossip, doom scrolling, and constant comparison is dirty water that stunts growth. Every day, you choose what your mind drinks. Over time, this choice determines whether your mind feels calm, focused, and strong, or anxious, scattered, and tired. Creating these boundaries is not about total escape. You do not need to avoid the world completely. It is about choosing what enters your mind and when. Treat your attention like a precious resource. Protect it. Guard it. Prioritize inputs that support your peace, your focus, and your growth. Use the 3 gates before letting something in. Is it true? Is it useful? Is it mine to act on? If it fails any of these, let it pass. Your peace is more valuable than another person's opinion or a trending news story. A simple habit to start is replacing a few minutes of doom scrolling with intentional action. Write a goal, walk outside, practice English, call someone important, or read one meaningful paragraph. By choosing creation over passive consumption, you feed your mind clean water and sunlight. Your attention, focus, and mental clarity improve. Anxiety decreases, motivation increases. Over time, this habit rewires your brain. You stop living in reaction to constant inputs. You regain control over your day. You feel calmer and more intentional. The mental clutter caused by endless feeds disappears, leaving room for creativity, focus, and learning. For English learners, limiting toxic content is a hidden advantage. When your attention is not scattered by meaningless scrolling, you can focus on productive language practice. Reading a short passage, listening to a podcast, or writing your thoughts in English becomes more effective. Your mind is free to learn, absorb, and retain new information. Here is your challenge. Choose 1 or 2 time windows to check social media and news each day. Turn off all other notifications. Clean your feeds. Observe the difference. Notice how much calmer, sharper, and more focused you feel. Treat your mind like a garden and give it only clean water and sunlight. Protect your attention, and you will notice your mental clarity, creativity, and peace grow steadily every day. Habit 6. Forgive and let go. Resentment is heavy. Anger that lingers from past events takes up space in your mind. It steals focus from the life in front of you. It keeps replaying old scenes, arguments, or betrayals. Every thought of the past is like carrying a weight on your shoulders. Slowly, it affects your decisions, your energy, and your peace. This mental clutter can make you feel stuck, frustrated, or anxious, even when nothing new is happening. The key to clearing this mental weight is forgiveness, not because what happened was right, but because holding on keeps you trapped. Forgiveness is a tool to free your energy. It is a way to sleep in peace and return your attention to the future. When you let go, you create space for calm, clarity, and growth. A simple and effective practice is the unsent letter. Find a quiet space and write a private letter to the person or situation that caused pain. Say what hurt. Say what you needed. Say what you are done carrying. Be honest with yourself. You do not need to send the letter. This exercise is for your mind, your peace. After writing, close the letter and destroy it. Tear it up, or put it away. As you do this, feel the weight of anger and resentment lift a little. This ritual signals to your brain that you are choosing peace over replaying old pain. Let me give you a real example. An entrepreneur once carried betrayal from an old business partner. Every new deal felt risky because of past pain. He realized that he could not make clear decisions while holding resentment. One night, he wrote a letter to his former partner, naming the pain and the lessons he had learned. He released the story, not excusing the actions, but freeing himself. The next morning, his mind felt lighter. It was not perfect, but it was clear enough to make smart decisions. Forgiveness had cleared the mental clutter that had been clouding his judgment for months. Forgiveness also allows you to set healthy boundaries. Letting go does not mean allowing someone to hurt you again. You can forgive and still choose distance. Peace and protection can exist together. You release the weight of past events while protecting your energy, your focus, and your life. For practical daily use, create a short release ritual. Sit quietly and write one line. I release this to protect my peace. If memories return, repeat the process. Over time, it becomes a natural habit, like cleaning your room or taking a shower. The more consistent you are, the less power past pain holds over you. This habit also benefits English learners. Writing your release letter in simple English with short and honest sentences allows you to practice expression and clarity while cleaning your mind. You develop your language skills while also practicing a powerful mental habit. One small daily exercise, two benefits at once. Remember, resentment takes mental space without giving anything in return. Forgiveness gives you back that space. It clears your thoughts, lowers stress, and improves focus. When you release the past, you can think clearly, plan for the future, and make decisions with calm confidence. Your mind becomes lighter, sharper, and more able to handle challenges. Here is your challenge. Tonight, find one thing or person you are holding on to mentally. Write a private, unsent letter. Name the pain. Release it with intention. Feel the shift in your mind and body. Even small steps create change. With practice, forgiveness becomes a tool to maintain a clean mind, just as brushing your teeth maintains a clean body. Peace and focus are your rewards. Habit 7. Practice deep breathing. Your breath is more powerful than you might think. Often, when stress rises, your breathing becomes shallow without you even noticing. Shallow breaths send a signal to your body. We are not safe. Your heart rate increases. Thoughts race. Anxiety grows. Many people ignore this natural signal, continuing their day with shallow, hurried breaths, and they wonder why stress never leaves them. The solution is simple: deep breathing. Your breath is a built-in reset button, always available, free, and immediate. Deep breathing sends the opposite signal to your nervous system. We are safe. We can focus. We are calm. This small habit can change your mental state in minutes, even during high-pressure situations. Here is how to do it. Place one hand on your belly. Inhale slowly through your nose, feeling your hand rise as your abdomen expands. Hold the breath gently for a moment, then exhale slowly and longer than your inhale through your mouth. Feel your shoulders drop as tension leaves your body. No need to count at first. Just make the exhale longer than the inhale. Even 3 or 4 rounds can create instant calm. Repeat as needed. Deep breathing is used by professionals in all high-stress fields. Pilots practice it before takeoff. Athletes use it before critical moments in games. Performers take deep breaths before stepping on stage. Different worlds, same principle. Controlling the breath controls the mind. Slow, steady breathing lowers stress, sharpens focus, and improves decision-making. Even in everyday situations, deep breathing works. Before opening your inbox, before a hard phone call, or when criticism arrives, take a moment to breathe. Your nervous system will respond immediately. Stress decreases, clarity increases, your mind becomes sharper, calmer, and ready to act instead of react. You can also combine breathing with mindfulness. If your mind is racing, choose a single object or focus point. Observe its details, the shape, color, texture, and light. Breathe slowly while noticing these details. Your attention returns to the present, and anxiety fades. This technique helps train your brain to anchor in reality, even when emotions are high. Make deep breathing a daily habit. After waking up, sit for 1 minute and focus on your breath. Before bed, repeat the process. You will notice your mind is clearer and calmer. By pairing your breath with existing routines, like brushing your teeth or sitting for morning coffee, the habit becomes effortless. Small, consistent moments of deep breathing accumulate into lasting benefits. This habit is also excellent for English learners. Practice describing your breath in simple English while doing the exercise. Say sentences like, "I am calm. I feel safe. My mind is clear." Speaking aloud reinforces language learning and trains your mind simultaneously. 2 benefits in 1: mental clarity and language practice. Deep breathing is a simple, accessible, and powerful tool. Stress and anxiety cannot control you if you know how to reset your body and mind. Each inhale brings calm energy. Each exhale releases clutter and tension. Your mind becomes lighter, sharper, and more capable of handling challenges with clarity. Here is your challenge. Choose 3 moments tomorrow to practice deep breathing. First thing in the morning, before lunch, and before bed. Even 1 minute per session makes a difference. Observe how your mind and body respond. With practice, this habit becomes automatic, a natural reset button that keeps your mind clean and focused. Habit 8. Learn to say no. Saying yes might seem polite or helpful, but when overused, it quietly creates chaos in your mind. Every yes you give without meaning becomes a mental tab open in your head. Tasks, responsibilities, and requests pile up, leaving you feeling exhausted, distracted, and overwhelmed. Your focus scatters, your energy drains, and stress builds silently. Most people never realize how much their mind is cluttered by the endless yeses they have given. The solution is to learn the power of no. Saying no is not rude. It is a way to respect your time, your energy, and your priorities. Boundaries act as mental filters. They stop other people's priorities from flooding your mind. By saying no to what does not serve you, you create space for what truly matters: your work, your health, your family, and your personal growth. Setting boundaries can start small. Decide your essentials first: the work you must do, the people you must care for, the habits that keep you healthy. Anything that threatens these priorities can be declined politely. Using gentle scripts makes this easier. For example, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't take this on right now." Or, "I appreciate the invite, but I'm at capacity this month." Short, kind, and final. No long explanations, no guilt. This approach protects your mind while maintaining good relationships. A real-life example shows the power of this habit. A creative director used to attend quick, unproductive meetings that drained her focus and energy. She began asking for clear outcomes before agreeing to attend. Meetings without a purpose were declined. Over time, unnecessary meetings disappeared, the quality of work improved, and her mood and focus became stronger. By saying no strategically, she gave her mind space to think, create, and make better decisions. Tiny daily refusals also build strength. Skip one unimportant thread that constantly pings you. Mute one group chat that adds stress. Decline one favor that is not yours to carry. Each small no protects a bigger yes, the yes to your priorities, your goals, and your peace of mind. Over time, saying no becomes a tool for mental cleanliness and focus. Saying no also improves your productivity. When your mind is not scattered with unnecessary obligations, you can give your full attention to the tasks that truly matter. Your focus deepens, your decisions become clearer, and your stress reduces. Mental clarity grows as you remove distractions, allowing you to act intentionally rather than reactively. This habit is particularly useful for English learners. Practice your polite refusals in simple English. Short, clear sentences like, "I cannot do this today," or "I am focusing on my priorities," train you to express boundaries confidently while reinforcing language skills. It is both a mental cleaning tool and an English practice exercise. Imagine your mind as a room with open doors. Every unnecessary yes leaves another person's clutter inside. By learning to say no, you close the doors that do not serve you, you keep your space clean, you allow only what truly matters to enter. This simple habit reduces stress, protects your attention, and strengthens your ability to focus on what is important. Here is your challenge. Tomorrow, identify one request or obligation you can politely decline. Use a simple, kind script. Notice the feeling of relief and control that comes with protecting your time. Each no is a small victory for your mind. Over weeks, these small victories accumulate, giving you a clearer, calmer, and more focused life. Habit 9. Spend time in nature. Your nervous system was designed to respond to nature, not screens. Modern life keeps us surrounded by artificial light, notifications, and constant noise. Phones ping, emails arrive, and social media updates flood your attention. Over time, this overload creates mental tension, restlessness, and stress. Your mind never gets a chance to rest. You feel wired, tired, and distracted, even when you try to relax. The solution is simple. Spend time in nature. Nature has a quiet, balancing effect on the brain. Trees, sunlight, fresh air, and natural sounds reset your mind in ways technology cannot. Stepping outside, even for a few minutes, switches your brain from artificial stimulation to real-world calm. Your nervous system notices the difference. Heart rate lowers, breathing slows, and thoughts begin to settle. Small doses of nature daily can recharge your mind, restore balance, and create a sense of peace. You do not need a forest or a long hike. A small park, a quiet lane with trees, or even a balcony with morning sunlight works. Walk slowly, notice the air on your skin, and listen to distant sounds. The rustle of leaves, birds singing, or the gentle wind. Allow your eyes to rest on something green and still. This is not wasted time. It is maintenance for your mind, like charging a battery that powers your focus, creativity, and calm. Hospitals and airports use gardens for a reason. Stressed professionals and travelers benefit from small patches of nature, even when busy or under pressure. These spaces lower anxiety, improve mood, and allow the brain to reset. Similarly, you can create a personal nature habit. Shoes by the door, a cap ready, or a note to step outside for 5 minutes makes it easy to integrate into your day. Nature also teaches presence. Try this exercise during your walk. Pick one tree and notice 5 things about it: its height, color, bark pattern, how the light hits it, and the movement of its leaves. Speak a short line to yourself as you walk. I am breathing in calm. I am breathing out clutter. This simple practice helps your mind return to the present moment, releasing mental noise from yesterday or tomorrow. Your chest feels lighter, your face relaxes, and your decisions become clearer. Even brief, consistent exposure to nature strengthens your mental clarity. Daily short walks, regular sunlight, and small pauses help your brain understand where peace lives. Over time, you notice a difference not just in mood, but in focus, creativity, and resilience. Your mind becomes calmer and sharper, better equipped to handle the challenges of modern life. For English learners, nature walks offer another benefit. Describe what you see and feel in simple English. Say sentences like, "The sun is warm on my face. The leaves move gently. I feel calm." Speaking aloud while observing nature reinforces vocabulary, trains sentence structure, and connects learning to a peaceful state of mind. 2 habits at once: mental clarity and language practice. Here is your challenge. Tomorrow, step outside for 5 minutes. Focus on the natural elements around you: the air, the sunlight, the trees. Use your senses fully and notice how your mind and body respond. Make this a daily ritual. Even small, consistent moments of nature can dramatically reduce mental clutter, recharge your energy, and restore calm. Nature is not just beautiful, it is essential. In a world full of screens, noise, and endless demands, your mind needs these moments of calm. Protect this time. Step outside, observe, breathe, and let your brain reset. Your mind will thank you, your focus will improve, and your energy will rise. By practicing this habit daily, you are planting seeds of clarity, balance, and peace in the garden of your mind. Habit 10. Consume positive content. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you feed, it grows. If you spend hours scrolling through social media filled with arguments, gossip, and negativity, do not be surprised when your thoughts feel angry, drained, and scattered. Negative content acts like polluted water. It weakens focus, steals peace, and fills your mind with fear and comparison. Over time, this toxic diet can make it difficult to think clearly or feel calm, no matter how hard you try. The solution is simple but powerful. Choose what you consume carefully. Replace negative content with positive, educational, and inspiring material. Read a good book, listen to a short podcast that teaches, watch a video that motivates, or spend 10 minutes with an insightful article. Focus on content that builds you up, not tears you down. When you feed your mind with quality ideas, your thoughts, energy, and creativity grow stronger. Start with small steps. Make your morning sacred. Before checking the news or social media, choose one positive input: a paragraph from a biography, a few pages of a book, or a short podcast on a skill you want to learn. 10 clean minutes can outweigh an hour of scrolling through chaos. Use the open and upgrade rule. Before opening anything on your phone, ask yourself, will this upgrade my mind? If the answer is yes, continue. If not, close it immediately and move on. This simple question protects your attention and energy. Think of your mind as a plant. If it only receives dirty water, drama, fear, and gossip, it will slowly wither. But if you water it with knowledge, inspiration, and growth, it flourishes. Every positive input strengthens focus, boosts motivation, and improves mental clarity. Over time, you will notice that consuming positive content not only makes you feel lighter and happier, but also trains your brain to seek quality over noise automatically. Here is a real example from high performers. Top achievers often keep a small list of 5 go-to pieces of content that always reset them. A favorite chapter of a book, a short audio lesson, a paragraph of notes, a guided meditation, or a motivational quote. When stress rises or distractions appear, they do not scroll endlessly. They press play or read something that they know will inspire, focus, and calm them. Attention is a currency, and spending it on content that upgrades your mind yields peace, clarity, and growth. This habit also benefits English learners. Choose content in English that interests you. Read aloud a paragraph, listen to a podcast, and repeat key sentences or summarize what you learned in simple English. You are training your mind and your language skills simultaneously. Every positive input becomes an opportunity to improve your fluency while clearing mental clutter. The key is consistency. Make it a daily practice to consume content that serves your future self. Replace doom scrolling with creation, education, and inspiration. One note, one paragraph, one action inspired by what you learn. These small steps reinforce the habit. Motivation becomes motion. Learning becomes growth. Your mind gradually becomes cleaner, sharper, and more capable of handling challenges with confidence. Here is your challenge. Tomorrow, before opening your phone or computer, choose one positive input that will upgrade your mind. A book, a short podcast, or a useful video. Spend at least 10 minutes on it. Observe how your thoughts and mood change. Keep this practice daily. Your mind will feel lighter, clearer, and more focused, and your ability to act intentionally will improve. Remember, your mind is a garden. You control what grows. By consuming positive content daily, you are planting seeds of clarity, wisdom, and strength. Protect your attention, feed your mind wisely, and watch how your focus, creativity, and peace increase day by day. Habit 11. Practice single tasking. In today's world, multitasking is often seen as a sign of productivity. But the truth is the opposite. Every time you switch between tasks, your mind pays a price. Each change steals focus, creates invisible stress, and scatters your attention. Multitasking looks fast, but it is slow and exhausting for your brain. Tiny distractions, pings, notifications, open tabs, break your rhythm and leave mental clutter behind. Even small interruptions make it harder to think clearly, remember information, and perform at your best. The solution is simple. Practice single tasking. Focus on one task at a time, giving it your full attention. Close unnecessary tabs, put your phone in another room, and remove anything that pulls your mind away. Treat each task as important and protect the time you give it. Start with a small block of time, 20 or 30 minutes, and dedicate it entirely to a single activity. Your brain thrives on clarity, and single tasking provides rules your mind can follow easily. High-stakes professionals use this habit every day. Surgeons focus entirely on one procedure at a time. Pilots concentrate on their instruments and environment before takeoff. Athletes narrow their attention to one movement or one play in critical moments. Performers center themselves on a single action when stepping onto the stage. Across fields, the same principle applies. When you limit distractions and focus fully, your mind becomes sharper, calmer, and more capable of performing at its peak. Single tasking also improves the quality of your work. When you are fully engaged in one activity, you notice details, avoid mistakes, and think more creatively. The mental clutter that builds when you try to do too many things at once disappears. You experience a sense of flow, time passes effortlessly, and your mind feels at ease. Repeated practice strengthens your ability to concentrate, making focus automatic and reliable, even in busy or stressful environments. For English learners, single tasking offers a double benefit. While focusing on one learning activity, reading, writing, listening, or speaking, you train your mind and language skills simultaneously. Avoid checking messages or switching between apps while practicing English. This allows your brain to absorb new words, sentence structures, and pronunciation clearly. Single tasking gives your mind the space it needs to learn efficiently, without distraction or fatigue. You can also create rituals to support single tasking. Begin each session with a deep breath, a sip of water, or a short moment of silence. Decide on the finish line for your task and protect the time like a meeting with your future self. Tiny rules like putting your phone away or keeping a clean workspace help signal to your brain that it is time to focus. The fewer distractions, the easier it is to stay fully present and productive. Here is a practical challenge. Tomorrow, pick one task, work, study, or practice, and commit to completing it without interruption for 20 minutes. Notice how it feels compared to your usual multitasking. Pay attention to your clarity, focus, and energy. Make this a daily habit. Over time, you will feel less mental clutter, complete tasks more efficiently, and enjoy the calm that comes from the deep focus. Remember, quality matters more than quantity. Single tasking may seem slower at first, but it allows your mind to perform at its highest level. Your work improves, your stress decreases, and your attention becomes your most valuable resource. By practicing this habit daily, you are teaching your mind to act with intention, not reaction, creating a life of clarity, calm, and success. Habit 12. Reflect before bed. Most people end their day in a rush, leaving thoughts and tasks unfinished. The chaos of the day lingers in the mind, making it hard to relax or sleep well. Unanswered emails, unresolved conflicts, and random ideas float in your head, creating mental noise. Even if you physically stop working, your mind stays active, restless, and stressed. This is one of the main reasons people feel tired in the morning, no matter how long they sleep. The solution is simple and effective: reflection before bed. Taking a few quiet minutes each night to organize your thoughts brings mental order and prepares your brain for restful sleep. Find a quiet space, sit with a notebook, and ask yourself two gentle but powerful questions. What went well today? And what will I do better tomorrow? Writing down honest answers, without judgment or pressure, helps your mind sort through the day and release unfinished mental clutter. Reflection is not about perfection. It is about clarity. Small wins matter just as much as big achievements. By acknowledging what went well, you train your mind to notice progress and success, even in tiny moments. This builds confidence, gratitude, and a positive mental state before sleep. Writing about what could be improved creates a clear plan for tomorrow without anxiety. You are not ruminating or worrying. You are organizing, prioritizing, and preparing. Think of it like tidying a messy room before bed. You do not need to reorganize everything perfectly. You just put the important things in order, making space for a calm, clean environment. The same principle applies to your mind. By reflecting and writing down your thoughts, you create mental space, reduce stress, and signal to your nervous system that it is safe to rest. Your sleep becomes deeper, your dreams less cluttered, and your energy replenished for the next day. High-performing teams and elite professionals use this habit in their own ways. They run short, after-action reviews at the end of the day. What worked? What didn't? What can we do differently tomorrow? You can bring this same power into your personal life. The habit strengthens clarity, focus, and emotional balance, creating a mental reset each night. Over time, reflection becomes automatic, and your mind stays organized naturally. For English learners, bedtime reflection is a perfect language exercise. Write your answers in simple sentences and clear words. Describe your day honestly, noting successes and improvements. This practice trains expression, reinforces vocabulary, and strengthens writing skills while calming your mind. Your nightly reflection becomes both a mental cleanse and a language practice, giving you two benefits in one small ritual. Here is a practical challenge. Tonight, find a quiet moment before bed. Open your notebook and answer these two questions. What went well today? And what will I do better tomorrow? Write freely, without worrying about grammar or style. Once done, close the notebook, take a few deep breaths, and tell yourself, I am safe now. Today is complete. Tomorrow has a plan. Allow this simple ritual to guide you into calm, restorative sleep. Consistency is key. Make this reflection a daily habit, even if it is just 5 minutes. Over time, you will notice a clear difference. Your mind will be lighter, your sleep deeper, and your mornings calmer. Reflection gives you control over your mental space, turning chaos into order, stress into clarity, and confusion into preparation. By practicing this habit every night, you are teaching your mind to close the day with intention. You release what no longer serves you, honor what went well, and create a roadmap for tomorrow. Your mind becomes cleaner, your thoughts sharper, and your life more organized. Reflection before bed is not just a habit. It is mental housekeeping that allows you to rest fully, recharge completely, and wake up ready to act with clarity and purpose. Habit 13. Meditate daily. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for clearing the mind and creating inner calm. Most people experience constant mental noise. Thoughts jump from past regrets to future worries, from unfinished tasks to random ideas. This uncontrolled mental chatter produces stress, tension, and fatigue. Even small decisions feel heavy, and focusing on one task becomes difficult. Meditation is a simple yet effective way to regain control over your thoughts, calm your emotions, and sharpen your focus. Many people think meditation means stopping all thoughts or escaping reality. This is not true. Meditation is training your mind to notice thoughts and return to the present without judgment. You do not fight your thoughts. You observe them like clouds passing across the sky. Each time you notice your mind wandering and bring your attention back, you strengthen your mental control, emotional stability, and clarity. Short, consistent sessions are far more effective than long, irregular practice. High-performing individuals in different fields use meditation as a secret weapon. Athletes meditate to steady their nerves before important games. Surgeons practice brief sessions to focus before critical procedures. Creators, writers, and performers use meditation to enter a state of deep work where ideas flow naturally. Across all these professions, the principle is the same. Meditation trains the mind, reduces stress, and improves performance. You do not need an hour of quiet. Even 5 minutes in the morning, a few minutes during the day, and a short session before bed can transform your mental state. Here is a simple way to start. Sit comfortably and relax your body. Eyes soft, attention on your breath. Inhale slowly as if taking in calm. Exhale as if releasing mental clutter. Thoughts will appear, they always do. Let them pass without chasing or judging them. Each time you return to your breath, you are strengthening your mind. If focusing on the breath feels difficult, you can choose a single word or phrase to repeat silently. Words like peace, calm, or focus can anchor your attention and guide your thoughts back to stillness. Meditation is also excellent for English learners. You can end each session with one clear sentence in English, spoken softly. For example, I feel calm. I am ready to focus. I can handle today. This small practice trains your language skills while reinforcing a calm, focused mind. Your mind becomes sharper, your emotions steadier, and your English clearer. Meditation is a double benefit. Mental clarity and language practice in one small daily habit. You can stack meditation with existing routines to make it effortless. After brushing your teeth in the morning, before opening your laptop, or right after locking the front door at night, these small cues remind your brain that it is time to meditate. Over time, meditation becomes automatic, like brushing your teeth, giving your mind a consistent daily reset. Here is a practical challenge. Tomorrow, find 5 minutes to meditate. Sit comfortably, focus on your breath, notice your thoughts, and gently return to the present each time your mind wanders. End with one sentence in English. I am calm. I am focused. I am ready for today. Repeat daily. Observe how your focus improves, your stress decreases, and your mind becomes cleaner. Meditation teaches patience, control, and presence. It is a habit that protects your mind from stress, overload, and chaos. Practicing it daily strengthens mental resilience, sharpens decision-making, and creates a calmer, emotional state. Over time, meditation transforms not only your mind but your entire life. Your work, learning, relationships, and personal growth benefit from a clearer, more centered mind. By committing to daily meditation, you are building a habit that gives your brain the space to breathe, think, and grow. You are training your mind to notice distractions, release stress, and stay present. This habit, practiced consistently, leads to stronger focus, calmer emotions, and improved English, making your daily life lighter, clearer, and more effective. Habit 14. End the day with a digital detox. In today's world, screens never seem to turn off. Phones, computers, tablets, and TVs keep our minds wired long after the workday ends. Bright screens, notifications, and constant alerts trick your brain into thinking it is still in action mode. As a result, stress remains high, thoughts continue racing, and sleep quality suffers. Even if you lie in bed physically tired, your mind stays alert, restless, and unable to truly rest. Without deep sleep, your mind cannot clean itself, and your next day begins with mental clutter already building. The solution is simple but powerful: a digital detox at the end of each day. Give yourself a screen-free landing, not as punishment but as protection. Create a quiet runway so your thoughts can settle. Replace screen time with gentle, restorative activities that prepare your mind and body for rest. This could be reading a physical book, light stretching, journaling your reflections, or listening to soft, calming music. Small rituals like this signal to your nervous system that the day is ending and that it is safe to relax. Many leaders and high-performing individuals use this habit to maintain mental clarity and energy. They set firm evening boundaries: no emails, no news, no decisions, and no notifications. This protected time allows them to recover from the demands of the day. They wake up the next morning with a clean mind, ready to focus, think clearly, and act decisively. Your mind works in a similar way. By guarding the night, you give it the chance to rest deeply and reset fully. A simple approach is to create a window menu for the evening. Decide exactly what activities will be allowed: reading, writing, light stretching, meditation, and what will be removed: phones, social media, work emails. Dim the lights to signal that night has come. Lay out your clothes for the morning, fill a water bottle, or tidy your space. These small, intentional actions reduce mental load, clear your environment, and prepare your mind for rest. The goal is not perfection, but calmness, order, and clarity. You can also combine this habit with English learning. Use your screen-free time to read a page of a book in English, write a short reflection, or whisper a paragraph you created earlier. This strengthens your language skills without overstimulating your brain with constant digital input. By the time you lie down, your mind is calm, your thoughts are organized, and your English practice has been reinforced in a relaxed, focused state. Here is a practical challenge. Tonight, choose 1 hour before bed as a digital-free zone. Turn off notifications, put your phone in another room, and follow gentle evening rituals. Read, write, stretch, or meditate. End with a soft affirmation. I choose rest over noise. I choose clarity over scrolling. I choose tomorrow's strength over tonight's distraction. Repeat nightly. Notice how your sleep improves, your mind feels lighter, and your mornings become clearer. A digital detox is more than just turning off screens. It is mental housekeeping. It protects your energy, guards your focus, and allows your mind to reset. Over time, this habit creates a natural rhythm for your day. Focused work, clean evenings, restful sleep, and fresh mornings. Your mind learns that each day has a beginning, middle, and peaceful end. This sense of structure reduces stress, increases clarity, and strengthens emotional balance. By committing to a nightly digital detox, you are giving your mind the gift of rest, the ability to process the day, and a clean start for tomorrow. You are protecting your sleep, enhancing mental clarity, and reinforcing the 14 habits that help you live with focus, peace, and purpose. When your mind rests fully each night, it wakes ready to think sharper, act faster, and live more fully. A clean mind is not a dream. It is a daily practice, and a digital detox is one of the most powerful tools to achieve it. Remember, cleaning your mind is not a one-time task. Just like brushing your teeth or taking a shower, it is something you need to do every day. The world constantly fills your mind with distractions, worries, and noise. Without daily care, this mental junk builds up, making it hard to think clearly, focus, or feel at peace. But the good news is that, with intention, you can take control. You can create a mind that is calm, clear, and ready for life. Start small. Pick just one habit from the 14 we discussed today. Practice it consistently for a week. Notice the difference. Maybe you wake up feeling lighter, sleep more deeply, or focus better at work. Once you feel the benefit, add another habit. Gradually, your daily routine will transform into a powerful system for mental clarity, emotional strength, and personal growth. Small steps, repeated daily, lead to big results. A clean mind has remarkable effects. When your thoughts are clear, your decisions become sharper. When your mind is calm, your emotions feel lighter, and your relationships grow deeper. When mental clutter is gone, you have more energy to act on your goals, pursue your dreams, and live with intention. And because these habits involve writing, reflection, meditation, and reading, you are also improving your English every single day. You are learning, thinking, and expressing yourself in a language that can open doors to knowledge, opportunities, and connection. So, take action today. Protect your mind. Practice one habit tonight. Watch your mornings, your focus, and your energy transform. Remember, mental cleanliness is not a luxury. It is essential. Your mind is the home of your thoughts, decisions, and dreams. Keep it clean, and it will reward you with sharper thinking, deeper love, stronger actions, and better English. If this video gave you even one insight or moment of clarity, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Read and Learn English. Every day I share tools, strategies, and habits to help you grow, improve your English, and live with focus, peace, and purpose. Your journey to a cleaner mind, a stronger life, and better English starts today. Take the first step now.